Hey everybody, how are you? It's Yasmin here, and we are here today for the dark moon ceremony. But guess what? If I talk for about as long as I usually do, we're actually going to slip into the new moon, which is kind of incredible. But I think I'm going to keep it to the dark moon release ceremony, and I'll cut off before the new moon. And then I'll come back and I'll do a new moon ceremony tomorrow, which I think is what we've got planned in our Facebook events. So before we start, I really just want to start by doing a card for what do we all need to know right now. I have my beautiful Moonology deck here, which I kind of now know off by heart after all these years, but I do have I think I've got the booklet somewhere around here. All right, so just close your eyes and just think about whatever it is that seems to be leaving your life. Sorry, that's very bright sunlight coming in here. Think about whatever seems to be leaving your life at the moment, because that's what the dark moon's all about. Let me see if I can just get away from that slightly too intense light. All right, I have my reading glasses on, which have this thing to stop blue light. It's all about light today. So what is leaving your life right now? What do you need to be letting go? Hello, and yes, hello everyone who's saying hello. I have a card. So is this card for you? Hi, Tracy. Laura. What do you need to release? Did you see the card? What do you need to release? That is the question. Now, before I tell you what the card is, Michelle Smith says this card is for me. Put it in the comments if this card's for you. Before I tell you what this card is, let's talk about why you need to release. Because we are currently in the dark moon phase. Like, we are at the darkest of the dark moon phase, because the new moon's actually going to take place in about 22 minutes, right? So it doesn't get much darker than this. In fact, it doesn't get any darker than this as far as the dark moon is concerned. And I can tell you, wherever you are in the world, whether you're in the UK or the States or Australia or Japan or France or Peru or Timbuktu, you cannot see the moon right now, because at the dark moon you can't see the moon. So why do we do a dark moon ceremony? We do a dark moon ceremony because it's the time to empty out. About a year and a half ago, I did a special kind of work day with a couple of amazing people, I think pretty much all of whom you know, Kyle Gray, Beck Campbell, Susie Ashworth, and the fabulous Robert Holden. They're all fabulous people. And actually someone called Michael James Wong, who you may or may not know as well, who was, it was such an amazing day. And Robert taught me something called kenosis, which is emptying out. It's about letting go. It's a sacred emptying out. And this is really the time to do kenosis, to do your sacred emptying out ahead of the new moon, which is coming in about 21 minutes now. Okay, so why do you want to do that? I'm just going to shut the door because there's someone downstairs who's making a lot of noise. Hang on a second. And while I'm there, I've just picked up my protection spray, which I'll spray around us. So the reason to do kenosis is because we need to empty out ahead of the new moon, okay? Because otherwise we go into the new moon phase with all our old SHIT. And I'm sorry, Hey House, I know I shouldn't swear on your channel, but I am spilling it out. You don't want to go in with all that stuff. All right, so is this card for you? And are you prepared to do a little bit of kenosis with me? All right, so Tony Dodd said, yes, this card is for me. Shirley Golden, this card is for me. Linda, this card is for me. Janine, all right, well, it's a very interesting card that we have got for today's dark moon ceremony, which is literally going to run into the new moon if I don't cut off in time. I'm very tempted to stay on and we can make some new moon wishes, but I think I'll do them tomorrow. All right, anyway, so here is the card. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, if this card is for you, guess what you got? We actually got the new moon card saying a new start is coming. Now, this is very exciting for the dark moon because it means that this new moon is going to pack a punch. And I don't want to give it all away because I do want to do a new moon ceremony where we do all our wishes and so on. But it is going to be taking place right near the planet of anger and fire, Mars, which makes it a really, really powerful new moon. And in fact, in my Moonology diary, I was reading before, I actually don't have it on my desk because I took it away with me on the weekend. But I was reading it before and it says, you know, the year is ending with a bang. And I just want to say, speaking of my diary, did you know that I now have a desk calendar? I should just show you that. Look at that. That is my desk calendar with a daily message for every day next year, which is kind of amazing. So if you are interested in knowing what's happening every day next year, just go search for Moonology Desk Calendar 2024. Anyway, so this dark moon period now is time for us to release and let go. Now, sometimes that's easy to do, and sometimes it takes a little bit more effort. So what I love to do at the time of the dark moon, and we're going to do it now together because a new start is coming, therefore you need to release the past, right? Let us do a chant, right, to the goddess Kali. Now, why Kali? So if you know anything about goddess culture, which pretty much everything I know I learned from the ashram that I've been going to in India for about, I don't know now, nearly 20 years, or let's say. If you know anything about goddess culture, especially Hindu goddess culture, you know that Kali is kind of a very fierce goddess, even you could say slightly scary. All right, not gonna pretend that she's this warm, fluffy goddess. She's not. She's the scary goddess, and she's very much the goddess of destruction. But she doesn't just like go around destroying stuff for the sake of it. Actually, she is the goddess that helps us destroy what needs to go. Now, if you chanted with me during the pandemic, you'll remember, I know I saw Tracy on here before. Tracy definitely chanted with me all through the pandemic. Tracy Wall, hello. In fact, started a chanting group, which you can access on Facebook. It's called the Energetic. Well, actually, I started the Facebook group, but now it's really dedicated to chanting. It's called the Energetic Wellness Club. If you search on that in Facebook, you can become a member. Oh, it's free. But we chanted to the goddess Kali. Now, Kali is actually the goddess of epidemics, would you believe, amongst other things. And, you know, you think about what does an epidemic do? It destroys. It's like a fire burning off a field so that it can be regenerated. And, I mean, obviously, you know, COVID was a complete nightmare and disaster for so many people in so many different ways. But she was the goddess that we chanted to because she is the one who helps destroy. And the idea was that we would call on her to destroy the virus, which did eventually happen, more or less, although the virus continues in different forms, doesn't it? So it doesn't hurt to keep calling Kali in. But the reason why we call her in at the time of the dark moon is to ask her to destroy anything that we are hanging on to, all right, anything we're hanging on to that is going to impede our ability to manifest powerfully at the new moon. And remember that at the new moon, it's time to set your intentions and make wishes. If you are new to Moonology and you've never done any of this, I should say at the top of this, my name's Yasmin Boland. I'm the creator of Moonology. You may know my Moonology Oracle cards. And as I said, I do have this new desk calendar coming out, which I would love you to try because it's the first year it's been out. And if it sells well, I'll do another one and another one and another one, as well as my diary. Anyway, so let us spend a moment calling to mind whatever it is that we want to release, okay? What is it you want to let go of in your life? Okay, so that's really the most important question at the moment. What do you know that you need to release for your highest good? Okay, what do you know you need to release for your highest good? Now, if you are brave enough to put it in the comments, I know not everybody is going to want to put it in the comments, but what do you know that you need to release? If you have the courage to put it in the comments, do it. And you can easily just put one word, you know, if you want to be cryptic. If you want to be cryptic, just do that. But set the intention that we are going to do a little bit of chanting. Almuj, I'm letting go of my past life. Wow. And does that mean the past life, this lifetime, or previous? Mari, I'm letting go of stagnation. Fantastic. Kara, letting go of doubt. Sol, I need to release fear and control. Karen, money worries. Okay, very good. These are great. Gemma, financial burdens. Okay, so especially, yes, grace limitations, especially letting go of like self-doubt is particularly useful at this time, because self-doubt kills manifestation. And what is the card we got? A new start is coming. All right, so it's really important to start to release. So I'm just going to play a little bit of Ido and Joe, who you can find at it looks like Edo, E-D-O, and Joe, J-O.com. I have their permission to play this anytime I like. Before we chant, let's just get ourselves into a state. Can you hear that? All right. Get ourselves into a state where we're going to be able to do a bit of kenosis, a bit of sacred release work under the dark moon, which is so dark. Almush says, wow, you don't enjoy my favorite. Yeah, they're amazing. So close your eyes and just breathe. And the minute you close your eyes, see what comes to mind. And just breathe. And just breathe out whatever it is that you want to release. So breathe in, hold, and breathe it out. Again, in through the nose. And whatever you want to breathe out, just breathe it out. Might not be the easiest thing you do a week, but it could be the most worthwhile. Breathe it in, breathe in. Hold, breathe out your past, your old life, whatever you're letting go. Your old ways of being. And just say to the universe, repeat after me, silently or out loud. Goddess, universe, spirit, thank you for the privilege of being able to release the past so that I may step into the present. I know a new start is coming. And just breathe. And breathe. So that was beautiful and gentle music from Idor and Joe to just release whatever we need to release at the time of the dark moon. But now what I really want to do is I want to just step it up one extra level, because it's about letting go if you want that new start, which is coming. And I know it's not always easy, but sometimes you just have to throw yourself into the dark of the moon, into the dark of uncertainty, into the dark of trust. All right. So to step it up a little bit, sorry, that light is so bright. To step it up a little bit, what I'm going to, and I actually have a very thin bit of yellow muslin on the window, which is really pretty in the room, but doesn't look very good on this camera. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But what we're going to do is I look like I'm saluting the goddess. What we're going to do is we're going to chant to the goddess Kali. Now, the reason why I wanted to do the gentle chanting first is because we can do things gently, okay? And that's always a good thing. However, it's also really good if you have the courage to really do the kenosis, to really let it all go ahead of the new moon. All right. And I'll give you some information about what to do at the new moon after we've finished this broadcast. But if you really have the courage to let it all go ahead of the new moon, you're going to find that your new moon manifesting is going to be more powerful. And remember, this is a lot about intention. It's a lot about the simple power of intention to let it go. So the first thing I'm going to say is something that I was taught by a wonderful woman called Yasmin Boland many years ago, who said, just ask your soul to surrender. So whatever is going on in your life right now, even if it's very difficult, even if you don't really want to let go, even if you still feel like, oh, I want to try and work this out, or I'm not giving up on this project or this situation or this person, could be anything, could be a house that you want to buy or a flat that you want to buy or rent, or it might be finding the right rescue dog or cat or random anything. It could be, getting the right job and you just haven't managed to do it yet. Even if you still haven't given up on the dream, at this point, this is about offering it up to the divine and accepting that wherever you are with this manifestation right now is okay. And you can still wish for it again tomorrow if you want. But it's just that moment of surrender where we say to the universe, okay, I empty out of this. Let me know what you want for me. And it's also about letting go of fear and doubt, because they are the manifestation killers. And a lot of you have said that you've got fear and doubt you need to release. So that's why we're going to do this chant to Kali. Now, I'll just tell you the vibrations that we're going to chant, because I'd love it if you can chant along with me. All right. So it's Om, which is basically picking up the cosmic telephone, as my lovely friend Chris Dorji Walker put it. Om Kali, name of the goddess Kali. Yay, which is sort of like the polite. I'm just going to put this here. Sorry, guys, and particularly sorry to Tom at Hay House, who's probably wondering what the heck I'm doing, but it's just too bright in my light, in my face. Yay is like this suffix on the end of Kali's name, which is polite. Okay, so it's the polite way to address a goddess in Sanskrit. And Namaha means I bow down to. All right, so it's I'm honoring you, Kali. Just wipe out whatever I'm clinging on to that I need to empty out from at this dark moon, and then we're going to replace it straight away with something else, whatever we're letting go. So bringing it to mind, I'm going to chant 3 times. Chant with me, Om Kali Ye Namaha, if you want to. So here we go. Om Kali Ye Namaha. Om Kali Ye Namaha. Namaha. And just set the intention to release whatever needs to go. Breathe it out. Kali, we ask you to please destroy anything which is no longer serving our highest good. And now put your hand over your heart chakra, okay, so in the middle of your chest. And we're going to fill up again with replacing what we've released with gratitude. So think of someone or something you are so grateful for. It can be more than one person, one thing. And just say, thank you, universe, thank you. All right, so I was just checking the time here. We are still in the dark moon. All right, so let it all go. I'm going to leave it like this. The new moon is coming in just a few minutes. So if you want to stay, once I've gone offline, and just visualize whatever it is that you want, even if you just released it, because it's just a matter of surrendering to the divine. And then you can try and create whatever you need. Obviously, if you've just released financial burdens, you don't want to bring them back in, you know, but if you've released, I don't know, an argument with your best friend, you know, now you can, if you feel that there's still something in the friendship, then now you can visualize yourself being happy or having fun together or whatever. Whatever you want for yourself is fine, but it's so important to clear out energetically. Okay. And I would say the best thing you can possibly do at the new moon is just visualize yourself happy. Now, I will be doing a new moon ceremony. I think it's tomorrow. We'll still be very much in the new moon phase. I'll be doing it tomorrow. And join me. Look on my Facebook events page. But right now, as we get off here, just close your eyes and just visualize yourself happy. Try that as we move through the new moon, which will be, gosh, it's in 1 minute. Shall I just hang out for it? Let's just do it together. Come on. Let's just do it together. I will put on some music. Let's go upbeat with Om Shanti and let's just visualize. Now visualize what you want to bring into your life. All right. This is more Idor and Joe. So I just want you to close your eyes and visualize. That includes you, Tom. What do you want to bring into your life? Just have like a movie in your head. What do you want to attract into your life? What do you want to manifest? This is literally the moment of the new moon. You're getting a dark moon ceremony with a new moon bonus. Just visualize it. Let it fill you up with joy. Feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's literally the moment of the new moon right now. Just now maybe try another visualization. What else do you want to bring into your life? Just see it. And if you can't imagine it, you may not be ready to draw it in yet. So don't force it. Times of silence in my head, I open to the emptiness. It Just do another visualization. What would make you happy to bring into your life? Just see it as real and feel how you would feel. And just let that feeling fill you up, because that is how you manifest, by believing it to be real. Seasons change, but we are here. And if you want to do one more visualization, do that. If you haven't got one, imagine peace surrounding the planet. Just imagine the planet covered in love hearts and joy and send love. Jonty, come. Okay. All right, so I still got that light. All right, guys. Well, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed that. I'm sorry about my dog. Jonty, quiet. Shh, quiet. Come here. I'll get Jonty up here. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. That's the way to get Jonty to be quiet. All right, guys. Well, you just did a dark moon ceremony with a new moon bonus. I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed doing that with you. Oh, Jennifer says, thank you. You are very welcome. Gemma says, thank you so much. Hey, Catherine. Catherine says, thank you. And yes, Jonty is feeling it too. Yes, Jonty's manifesting breakfast. So thank you so much. Thanks to Tom. Thanks to everyone. If you want to, I may or may not do my new moon ceremony tomorrow. I might just point people here and say, look, we did it. Just watch the last 10 minutes because we did it. Or I might do it. I don't know. I'll play it by ear, see how I feel, but it's always, that information is always on my events page on Facebook. So just go to my page, Yasmin Boland Moonology, and then the events page will tell you where and when, if I do it. I will decide in the next 20 minutes. Oh, thanks, Tom. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Jonty and I are sending you lots and lots of love, new moon blessings. And actually, I'm just going to finish, Tom, with a last chant, if that's okay. I'm actually going to do the new moon chant. So the dark moon chant was the goddess Kali, who's the destroyer. But actually, the new moon chant is a little bit different. It's the chant to the goddess Durga. All right. So if you've managed to stay on for these last few minutes, that's for a reason, because I know a lot of people, as soon as I say, well, that's it, people go because they're all so busy. If you're still watching this, you're extra blessed because you're getting this Kali, this Durga chant. And Durga is one of the three goddesses that make up the goddess Narayani, which is the goddess represented at the ashram that I've been going to in India for nearly 20 years now. And she is the goddess who brings us courage and strength. And at the ashram, which is the Sri Narayani Peedam ashram in southern India, at the new moon, they actually chant to Durga. So because why? I mean, honestly, I don't exactly know why they do it in India, but I can tell you for us, we're manifesting. What do we need when we're manifesting? We need courage and strength. And Durga is the goddess that brings us courage and strength. All right, so let's finish with 3 chants to the goddess Durga. Here we go. And ask Durga to bring you courage and strength with manifesting whatever it is that you have stated you want to bring into your life. Here we go. Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. So there we go. So may you have the courage and strength to manifest your dreams. Happy new moon. And thank you to Hay House for having me here. Lots of love, guys.